Hello collectors, welcome to episode 54 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me as always, the Kato Kid himself, Kwong Tran. Now Statue Talk is a show where Kwong and I share our thoughts and opinions on upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, and share with you some updates to our collection. So thanks for joining us on this week's episode. Now Kato, hit the music.
Just you wait, I'm full of surprises.
Alright, Kato, it's been 2 weeks since our last up to. Tell us what you've been up to, what you've been doing, games you've been playing, movies you've been watching, comic books you've been reading?
Comic books, haven't been reading anything. Today, actually, we found out that Steve Ditko actually passed away, which is one of the co-creators of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So It's pretty sad news to hear that. Games I've been playing, I just started Detroit Become Human. Last time I did finish recently Beyond Two Souls. I don't know if I said that last week's episode or the way before, but I did finish that. It was an okay game. Detroit Become Human is amazing in 4K, to be honest. Seems great. Movies, let's see. Finish Power Rangers. I don't know if last episode I remember mentioning Han Solo. I watched Dunkirk, which I personally didn't think I was great, but then again, I'm not really into history movies. Other than that, I think that's it, because I have like Mad Max that I'm watching next, Mad Max Fury Road.
Well, Kwong, you are missing some important movies that we watched.
Oh, we watched Predator. We watched Predator.
I made Kato watch Predator for the first time.
Yep.
We watched about half of Predator 2.
Yeah.
The latter half. And then we just finished watching about an hour or so ago Aliens versus Predator.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So what are your thoughts?
Predator 1, I thought was pretty good because it kind of sets up everything. Predator 2, I personally thought was pretty awful. Alien vs. Predator, I felt like it was more of a fan service kind of thing, kind of movie. Like, it wasn't great, but I felt like it made the fans happy, I'm going to say. Because I really loved it. When you gave me all the Alien anthology or whatever, it's like, I love those movies. I remember loving Alien 1 and the one Aliens, I think the one with James Cameron. I really love those two movies. Predator with, Arnold Schwarzenegger was awesome in the first one. Loved it. Sad that he wasn't in the second one, but yeah, it was pretty great movies.
So I hadn't watched those movies in probably quite a while, but since we were watching the trailer for The Predator, a new movie coming out, Kato had to see the original movies. We were about to start watching Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, but it wasn't free, so I don't know about paying $4 to watch that movie. Just $4, but and then Predators was the same, $4. But then as we were flipping through channels while eating dinner, it happened to be on the Sci-Fi Channel anyway. So it's actually on the TV right now, but we're going to shoot this episode instead. So, Kato, after watching those movies, are you excited to see The Predator?
I'm kind of curious to see where they take it, because like what we were kind of talking about was like, okay, you trolled me about the lethal weapon thing, which we'll probably won't mention here anyways. But I'm just curious about the timeline, because Alien, because we were talking about Aliens, the whole timeline was done well, and then Covenant kind of just effed everything up.
Yeah, we had the shared Aliens and Predator universe.
Yeah.
And then along comes Alien Covenant and makes the timeline to that universe sort of impossible unless you do some weird time travel stuff or whatever. So what Kato was talking about earlier is when I first turned on Predator 2, because I had watched about the first half of it. The first half of it is terrible. And the Predator comes out like in the second half. So Kato's watching it and he sees Danny Glover in like a cop style movie. And he's like, what movie is this? I'm like, oh, this is Lethal Weapon 2. And he's totally, oh, Lethal Weapon 2, huh? this is one of those action films I haven't seen. I was like, yeah, for sure. And then so the screen kind of changes, and it's the Predator's like heat vision and kind of mask and stuff, and he's still not recognizing what's going on. And then the Predator pops up on screen. So, hey, what's going on? I said, it's Mel Gibson. So, what are you talking about? I said, that's Mel Gibson. It's Lethal Weapon 2. And so he has his laptop with him, and I see him Googling Predator and Lethal Weapon 2. Like, he really thinks it's Lethal Weapon 2. But it was Predator 2, so kind of a funny moment. So I've always liked the Predator movies. I am looking forward to seeing the Predator. Yeah. I'm going to go watch that in the movie theater, Kato.
It's rated R, man. That means we have to go watch it.
Because you want to see more of these movies, we got to get out and see it in the theater, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've got to. So that's an 80s style action movie. Hopefully it's... I'm not expecting it to be great. I'm expecting it to be slightly above mediocre, and I would be happy with that. Yeah. Give me a mediocre or slightly above mediocre 80s style movie, and I'll be happy with that.
I just hope there's a lot of action. I honestly really don't care about a storyline. I just want cool action. Because the first one, Arnold Schwarzenegger with the Predator, there was just so much cool action and so many people dying. It was so awesome. That's what I liked a lot about the movie. But other than that, the storyline was kind of crappy. But
so that's what the 80s was all about. Mm-hmm. That's what it was all about. Yeah. That's what made those movies great. So, do you understand now why a lot of people like to collect Predator collectibles?
Oh yeah, definitely. I can definitely see the kind of like the community coming together when I was watching the movie. So yeah, I can definitely understand. That's why, because we were, like you were saying, we were shooting this instead. I would have loved to watch all the rest of the movies, but we got to shoot, and I got a paper to finish writing. So
yeah, I got a paper. Yeah. So me for myself, I watched the Predator movies. My wife and I watched The Last Jedi again. It's I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters. I didn't make it through the whole movie. That's not because I didn't like it. That's because it was way past my bedtime and I needed to go to sleep. And I fell asleep. Like I said, not related to the movie. I was actually enjoying it. I know there are a lot of fans that don't like it, but I wouldn't say it was a bad movie. But I wouldn't say it exactly satisfied my Star Wars craving. Mm-hmm. I went back and watched Star Wars Rebels, finished the final season of that, and that kind of more satisfied my Star Wars craving.
Is that series actually over officially, or is it still going?
It's officially over, and then they're having a new animated series come out this fall. I think it's Star Wars Resistance, which is going to take place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. So it's going to fill in that gap.
Is that 6 and 7? Between 6 and 7?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, between 6 and 7. So I've been on a Star Wars kick since the Disneyland trip. So I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I can't get multiplayer to work on my PC. But I did play through the story.
That's good.
And I honestly didn't like the game on console. I didn't feel the controls were good. And then I remembered, because I've been playing a lot more on my PC, and I've just recently discovered how awesome first-person shooters are on PC and how easier it is. And I feel like Battlefront was made for PCs, not really for consoles. But it doesn't work on my PC. It has lots of problems on PCs. Yeah. But the controls and everything, a lot better on PCs. The Starfighter stuff I really, really like. Would love them to make an X-Men versus TIE Fighter. Yeah. I've been kind of on a bit of a Star Wars kick lately. It's affected my collection a little bit too, so we can maybe talk a little bit more about that. I think we mentioned it on last week's episode too. But Kato, it's time to talk about some previews and pre-orders.
Yes.
So first up, Kato, we're going to talk some Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Got the new movie Jurassic World yet, which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it either.
I want to see it.
I actually don't want to see it.
Oh, I do. I mean, it's going to be a mediocre movie with some fun action scenes and some stupid quotes by Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think it should just be like Jurassic Pratt. Literally should change the name, to be honest.
Well, it's still got dinosaurs. So
that's why I say I left the Jurassic in it.
Yeah, so I know my daughter wants to see it, so I'll probably see it. And, I'm not expecting a masterpiece. I'm expecting a Jurassic Park movie. And that's probably what exactly I'm going to get. So this first collectible is actually from Jurassic Park. This is from Chronicle Collectibles. This is the Jurassic Park Hatching Baby Raptor. Prop replica by Chronicle Collectibles. No edition size on this. A price of $250. Expected release date is April through June of next year. And this is actually, Kato, they're saying this is a 1-to-1 hatching baby raptor.
So how that should be pretty big, right? Or no?
Well, it's 1-to-1, Kato. It's 1-to-1. So it is about 11 inches tall.
Not bad.
I've never seen a baby raptor in person, so
neither have I.
Who am I to judge? But I don't really know. So Jurassic Park collectors, they're out there.
Yeah.
Chronicle's making stuff.
Oh yeah.
A couple other companies making stuff as well. So we got next up, we got a statue from First for Figures, Kato.
With the boys at First for Figures, Chalks and Alex.
They're giving us some a Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, a lot of people actually was asking for this. I think that's the reason why. Yeah, so that's the reason why they ended up making it. Because I remember a lot of people. There's a huge following and community behind this, to be honest.
There is?
Yeah. So for this one, there's an exclusive version which the base is like chrome gold.
Okay.
From what I'm aware of. For me, when I was looking at some of the pictures, I don't know if this is like the production piece and the final piece, because we know First World Figures always updates their pieces, especially like, for example, Snake and I think other things that they do as well. For me, when I was looking at the pictures, the paint on the gold didn't seem as smooth as you would expect it to be. I don't know if that's an error or it's meant to be like that, but that's something that I did see like immediately when I first started scrolling through the pictures. But I still think it looks great, especially for those who are a huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie anyways. I don't know if there's actually gold in the game. I haven't played the game personally myself, but the regular edition is just, instead of the gold, it's the yellow base instead. So
what platform was this game on?
I think Nintendo 64, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't really, it says a game features a lovable bear named Banjo along with his female friend, a large red bird named Kazooie. So I guess one's Banjo, one's Kazooie, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking Banjo is the bear.
So during the quest, Banjo and Kazooie collect items such as jiggies, the golden jigsaw pieces, which unlock new worlds, and music notes that open up certain doors to help them in their journey to defeat Gruntilda. So the exclusive version of this statue, Kato, $429.99, as is the regular version. The it's not open for pre-order yet, is it?
Yeah, it should have been today, no?
Banjo-Kazooie validation opens in 3 hours.
Yeah,
3 days, 11 hours.
From what I'm aware of, you can order it, but the verification... Yeah, so you can order it.
So the orders placed during the reservation period need to be validated on Tuesday, the 10th of July, to get your low number and day one bonus.
Yeah, which you get like a signed card by Alex from I'm aware of.
Cool. Very, very cool. So... yeah, First for Figures is making a lot of great video game statues.
Yep.
Their Mario statues I have absolutely loved, and Sonic statues too.
Because originally you had that pre-ordered, but you weren't able to get the exclusive because you really wanted the light up, but unfortunately you missed out on it.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, this looks cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the characters, but it looks very cool. Too, yeah. So. Anybody interested in ordering either the Chronicle Collectibles Jurassic Park Raptor statue or this First for Figures Banjo statue, as usual, we'll have links in the description below for all of these statues. If you want to head over to First for Figures and get some pre-orders done. So, Kato, there's not a lot in today's previews and pre-orders.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Yeah,
but I think mostly two companies have the bulk of the pre-orders.
Yeah, we have. Are we gonna start out with? I think Prime One Studios.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of missed them out from last episode because most of their stuff wasn't on Sideshow. So, but now they have Fit Up, I think, or something like that.
Nope. So last episode we said that we weren't gonna, because normally we don't cover Prime One until they pop up on the Sideshow website.
Yeah.
Which used to be before
Quickly,
or
right?
same day as the Prime One website, or maybe then it started to become in a couple days after they showed up on the Prime One website.
Yeah.
And right now, it's no days. They're not on the Sideshow website, but they are on the Prime One Studios website. So we're going to cover some stuff that has already been available for pre-order, just because we were waiting to cover it.
Yeah.
We thought it'd show up on Sideshow, and as we are U.S. collectors, that's what we wanted to cover because we thought they were going to show up there. So,
yeah.
But first up from Prime One Studio is, speaking of Jurassic World, Kato.
Jurassic Pratt.
Jurassic Pratt. This is the blue statue, exclusive version from Prime One Studio. This is a 1/6 scale statue of the blue raptor, as they call him.
I think that's awesome because all the trailers that I've seen, especially I did watch Jurassic World, and I think Blue was in it as well. Looks like a great dinosaur and everything. And honestly, when seeing these pictures, literally from Prime One, looks just flawless. The details, the texture on this is literally amazing. I'm liking the mini blue exclusive golden thing too. That's a pretty nice touch, to be honest.
I really dig it. I mean, I'm not a big dinosaur fan,
Yeah.
But there are a lot of dinosaur fans. So
anybody who is a dinosaur fan, this is literally something to look and get into your collection.
I know that I don't know. It seems like an odd license to get Jurassic World, but I think it's a smart license to get because I think there are a lot of dinosaur collectors out there who will pick this up, rather than just exclusively movie or statue collectors that'll pick this up. So. Over on the Prime One Studio website, this blue exclusive version is limited edition to 500. Like the Prime One announces their edition size ahead of time.
Yeah, that's good.
Priced at $749. You can also pay with installments over at the Prime One Studios website as well. Looks like this one has up to 9 installments.
Yeah.
So it's about $75 a month if you'd like. Looks like his estimated arrival time...
sometime next year, for sure.
Yeah, around
August,
April.
Yeah, did I say August or no?
Around April of 2019 is when it looks like he's going to be released.
Yeah.
Still getting used to that. August through October of 2019. Okay, we actually have some video here.
Yep.
That Prime One put out of the blue statue. They've been doing this with all their statues lately.
Yeah.
Putting out a short video on their YouTube channel. Just very simple, just a guy spinning.
Yeah, I still think it's great. It literally is like a good thing too because, like, for example, like when we get it, we literally have the same exact video. Anyways, just for the production piece.
Well, maybe not the same. We could get a cool background.
That's true, yeah.
Let a little sun in the room. Create that ambience and that vibe.
True.
We should do that for our reviews.
That'd be really cool.
So this looks really cool for the Jurassic World fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go on to a statue that I was considering ordering.
Mm-hmm.
This has been available for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the Femto, the Falcon of Darkness from the Berserk anime. This is the exclusive version, limited to $750. Price at $1,029.
How much was Guts? Same price?
Yeah, I think about the same price. Okay. Maybe a little bit cheaper, actually. Maybe just a touch cheaper, actually. So you can get them payment plans as low as about $100 a month. $102 over at the Prime One website. It's expected to arrive August through October of 2019. Yep. So
there is an exclusive as well. Exclusive head or egg or whatever it's called. That dude.
Yeah, you get the little
scary looking mother, whatever that is.
Yeah, the little egg. the Beherit, Beherit, Beherit. I'm not sure exactly how to say that. Is the exclusive version. So,
Yes.
I was thinking about picking this up and going next to
Guts.
be paired alongside the Guts statue. Kind of hesitant. If he was up on the Sideshow website, he'd probably be ordered already.
Yeah.
Well, just hesitant. I think he'll look great next to Guts. I'm hesitant about ordering something on the Prime One Studio website
Because the shipping's going to be expensive, too.
I think they've recently reduced their shipping costs since they've stopped putting stuff up on Sideshow's website. I have no idea why that's happening or what's going on with that. There's not a lot of info on it, on whether they will show up or won't show up. But because I would want to, get some Sideshow rewards.
Exactly.
For me, Sideshow's in Southern California. I'm in Northern California. That's easy shipping. And just from customer service and ease of website use, I just really like Sideshow. The options to change your payments and this and that. And anytime I've ever contacted Prime One Studio, they haven't really been that responsive. Who knows if that's going to change or not, but those are my hesitations. I know a lot of people are still ordering from Prime One. They give us good stuff. And I know when stuff has been broken or anything like that, the Prime One has absolutely fixed it and taken care of customers.
It takes a while, but yeah, they always make sure to...
Just my inexperience. With their particular website and just kind of not being quite as user-friendly as Sideshow's website kind of is making me hesitate a little bit. So I'm wondering if, because I would have expected this exclusive version to be sold out already.
Oh, yeah.
Based on...
I wouldn't be surprised. Based on the
based on Guts and right? Based on Griffith's original form, those exclusives, I think, sold out pretty quickly. And so, not being on the Sideshow website, this has been out for a couple weeks now, and it's still available. It's not sold out, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it at all. I can tell you though, looking at the video, looking at the pictures, this is awesome looking.
Oh yeah, definitely. I really like how he pops out of the Beherit, whatever that is called.
I just call it the egg because that's what the movie is called, right? The Egg of the King. Yeah. So, I really do enjoy the Berserk anime. Still haven't watched that season 2 yet. I've seen all I think season 2 is where Griffith is gonna pop out of the egg, or Femto is gonna pop out of the egg. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But it looks like a really awesome statue, right? So something I still am kind of thinking about, not really adding a lot of statues from the Berserk line, but this one would go good with to pair with the Guts. Yeah,
if anybody knows any inside news about the Prime, this piece and Sideshow, please let us know in the comments below, because like I said, like Joe said, if this was on Sideshow, I'm pretty sure he would grab it.
Yeah, and people who have seen it in person at conventions have said it looks awesome. Yeah. So we'll see. So next up, Kato, is another great looking statue from Prime One Studio. This is the Space Marine Blood Ravens Deluxe version, limited edition, 350, price of $1,099. Payments about $110 on the Prime One Studio website. Estimated arrival August through October of 2019, which probably means realistically 2020, Kato, with the way stuff has been delayed lately. So this guy is looking awesome.
Yeah, we've seen pictures of him from a convention, I don't know where, next to that big...
I think we saw him at Winter Wonderfest.
Yeah, is that what
next to Gabriel Angelos.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly, this is one I would also consider.
I thought you canceled Gabriel. No?
I did cancel Gabriel because I thought he was... Now I'm quite happy I did after getting Guts and seeing how big he is. I don't have any idea where I would put Gabriel Angelos. And I'm kind of saving some room for some other stuff. But this one is a little bit more reasonably sized.
Yeah, and it's kind of something closer to what you were kind of wanting to.
Yeah, it is. I don't necessarily, and a lot of people don't necessarily like that they've chosen characters from Dawn of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind having a Bloodraven's Space Marine.
Yeah.
Just, it's very basic. It's not like a character. It's just your basic Blood Marine.
Yeah, because this is even somebody I'm even kind of familiar with when we were playing the game.
Right. Your standard Marine. So you can have a Blood Raven in your collection and be cool with it. Yep. So this has an alternate unmasked portrait as well. He comes with a master-crafted power axe, a left-hand power sword, a left-hand bolt gun, and a right-hand chain sword. And yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it really does. All the equipments with it, it looks really awesome.
So what do you think, Kato? Femto or Blood Raven?
For you or for me, if I was to...
For me.
For you, I would definitely get the Blood Raven.
Over Femto?
Yes. Because this is a line that you grew up with Warhammer, and I feel like that's something that, for example, when you're little, you wanted a Voltron, but you never got a Voltron that you wanted, and this is basically kind of the same opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Normally, you get a Blood Raven, he's about this big,
yeah.
And now you can get one that's like this big, right? So that's pretty cool, and that helmetless portrait looks pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
I really like how it's like scarred up, battle damage, all that stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looks.
Man,
maybe I need a second job, kid. Warhammer line is a line that I am going to be starting.
Mm-hmm.
How I start that and what I get is, what I'm debating about. But there's no doubt that I'm going to start. That I will add some Warhammer pieces, either Prime 1 or
Silver Fox, I think. Silver Fox.
Yeah, I do have one on order from Silver Fox, and then HMO is going to have Warhammer.
HMO, yeah, a diorama. Yeah, man, that's going to
take up a lot of real estate. So I always have that in the back of my mind. But Prime 1 Space Marine looks really, really good. So okay, let's take a look at one more statue from Prime 1 Studio. This is the Witcher.
Yeah, Geralt, right? Is that what his name? No?
Geralt,
yeah.
Of Rivia.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy...
We've seen this guy before, though, right? This is the second version of him.
This is the second version
of Geralt. He was, like, on a big-ass
Geralt
head, I remember last time.
in his Undvik armor, Skellige, which is one of the islands you visit in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is not up on the Prime 1 Studio website as of we're shooting this video on July 6th.
Yeah, I don't think it's up yet.
Prime 1 posted the gallery to their Facebook page, and so this is a preview. He's not up on the website yet, but it means he will be soon.
Yeah,
so,
I'm really impressed on how they sculpted this guy. That literally looks like mixed media. Has to be. That fur has to be.
The fur,
right? Has to be, yeah. But the rest of him still looks great. You were mentioning I don't know how to explain it. How he's shooting the magic out of his hand. You didn't like his pose or something with his leg, remember?
Well, the pose looks a little awkward as he is putting out his left arm, but his right leg.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's short haired exclusive.
Yeah. That's
cool, even though my Geralt never walks around with short hair personally. Just kind of but seeing different angles, Kato, I was just wondering how awkward this pose would look.
Yeah.
And seeing different angles and seeing the sword in his right arm might make more sense, because maybe he has a sword in his right arm, and so his right leg is out because he has that sword there, and then he's reaching out with his opposite hand. So
I can see that.
Yeah. I was regretting not getting the first Geralt when it came out, and Prime 1 has all kinds of stuff I want to order, Kato. They need to get back up on that Sideshow website, seriously. Cause
please tell me the magic or whatever on his hand, please tell me that it lights up. Because do we know anything about that? Because if that doesn't light up, like, come on. That has to light up. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that has to light up.
I don't know, Kato. It's the Igni signal for fire.
Okay.
Does it have to light up?
It has to. Come on, that looks so cool. There's no way they photoshopped that.
That's
really?
the age-old argument, Kato.
Yeah.
Because
it looks like there's another D in there.
Because you want it to light up, but you never light it up in your collection.
That's true. That is true.
Everything that lights up, it's cool. I mean, I still say, if you have a character with a lightsaber, that lightsaber better light up.
Yeah, that's true.
But then you never light it up, and every lightsaber I have is broken because they're so delicate and fragile,
so easy
and
to break,
just touching it, you break it. So, this probably isn't going to break. All you have to do is you chop his arm here,
and then put that little small
put a
circle,
little light, battery, magnet. You're good to go.
Yep,
so
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think it would be too difficult. Prime 1 have any light ups? I don't think so.
Maybe the Transformers? One of the Transformer light up?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it might
maybe
be the
I'm
first
wrong.
one.
Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly. So, I mean, my Geralt never wore this armor either. Yeah. I'd like to do the Wolf School armor, not the Skellige Undvik armor. So I like the Wolf School for my Geralt. So, but I definitely, this is like a heavier style armor for him. The previous statue was kind of his default Witcher armor. So, but still, man, we got 3 statues right here that I really want to order.
Because I remember Geralt, the first one was pretty expensive, like close to 900, right?
I think it was like $800-900.
So this guy should be cheaper because the base isn't so sophisticated as the first one.
The base is not as sophisticated, but the armor is more sophisticated. Okay. So it probably is going to be around that same price point. So really tough to pass on any of these 3 statues. So if you guys want to order anything from Prime 1, and we'll post the link for Prime 1 Studio, their website. Directly right now. Can't get these on Sideshow at the moment. Not sure what's going on, but you can sure get them from Prime 1 Studios web store and have them shipped over from Japan or China. I don't know where their stuff exactly ships from, but I think they have come up with some more reasonable shipping costs there too. So I would absolutely check it out. Okay, Kato, that's it this week for Prime 1 Studio.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk some Sideshow Collectibles.
Yes.
And first up, Kato, we have a video. This is one of Sideshow's unboxing videos. So this is the Iron Man Mark III out of the box. So let's check that out. I gotta tell you, Kato, that looks like a cool Iron Man.
Yeah, because I remember we saw this last year, and I was like, dude, I so want to get it. But then once it got up to pre-order, it was pretty expensive because it was a maquette.
It was more expensive than Iron Man statues have been in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you can see that
it looks great. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure anybody who gets it is going to be super happy about it.
Yeah, I would be super happy. That's an
Iron Man to get.
Yeah, it is Mark III, good Iron Man, but I don't do movie stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're ever going to do a comic version again, but it looks really good. So first, pre-order from Sideshow this week, Kato, is, speaking of Avengers, this is the Grey Hulk statue.
Yes, they recently already did a green one, and then now they have a gray one, and then they're going to have a red one.
All three colors like they did with their previous Hulk comiquette, right?
Oh, is that what they did last time too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Not with, yeah, they did it with their premium format too.
Okay.
But they did it with their comiquette, which is, this is definitely reminding me of that. So this is part of the 1/5 Avengers Assemble set.
Oh, I swear I thought they were 1/6.
No.
No? Okay.
So they are limited edition of 500. So they actually put edition sizes on this guy. Priced at $585. I think that's the same price as my quarter scale premium format back in the day.
Yeah.
Prices are rising. Estimated arrival November through January of 2019.
That's not
I'll
bad.
tell you what, Kato, China wants to really put the squeeze on us.
Yeah.
So I'll start doing tariffs for our statues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he is about...
Is there an exclusive for this? They said it's an exclusive edition. Nothing seems like comes up.
It's a limited edition, which means...
Just a amount, limited edition of 500.
No, I'm thinking collector's edition.
Yeah, because collector's edition is the one that's...
I think these are just exclusive to Sideshow. I don't think they have exclusive parts.
Okay. Because I thought it would have been like an alternate head, because like we just saw the picture of it. Literally, the Red Hulk looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, if I was a Hulk fan, the red one that we'll see the pictures later is great. To be honest, I like, because the green one I didn't really like. The gray one is like too, but when you see the red one, it's like, holy crap, that's a Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, Kato. This is a half scale. This is for you. This is a big baller statue. Mm-hmm. Not quite, kind of half a big baller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Boba Fett legendary scale figure. This is a limited edition. They don't put edition sizes on their life size or their half scale statues. I don't think I've seen edition sizes in the past for those.
Because not a lot of people buy it, but when they do, obviously.
So priced at $2,650. Payments as low as about $300. Estimated arrival January through March of 2019.
This is kind of interesting how like most of the Sideshow stuff is actually kind of arriving pretty early of next year.
Yeah.
Usually right now, if we were to get like Prime One, it'd be like 2020 literally. I'm actually pretty impressed.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. So, different statue companies have different arrangements with the factories, and you want your stuff done earlier. I think you can probably give them a couple bucks and they'll get your statues through faster than anybody else. They'll prioritize you on the schedule. So.
Articulated head.
Rangefinder.
No, his head can move too.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is sick.
Yes.
Wow.
And mixed media.
Yeah. And his thingy-bobber on his chest lights up too, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah, the
bloop, bloop. The beep boop boop boop. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks spectacular.
Yeah. Holy, this is, leaves me speechless. Yeah. Any Boba Fett fan who can cough up the dough, this is the statue to get.
Yeah, if you like Boba Fett, I mean, Sideshow does mixed media amazingly well, right? And I like some mixed media on my statues. Yeah. If you're gonna get a half scale statue, you're a Star Wars fan, Boba Fett. It's cool. I personally would get Vader.
Because their Vader was really good too.
I'm not in the market for $2,500 statues currently, but I'll let you know if I ever hit that Mega Millions, Kato, right. And then I'll get all the statues.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
That's the money shot right there, boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a awesome collection. So I have been on a Star Wars kit lately. I do have a Boba Fett on pre-order. Not this one. Mine's more like this tall.
Hot toy?
Like 1/6 scale version. Yeah. That's the about $225. That's more in my range. I wish this Boba Fett was in my range. That's really good. So we're gonna switch it to another Star Wars statue up for pre-order on the Sideshow website.
For the big ballers.
For the literally, right? A big ball. This is the actually this one is life size. This is a life size BB-8.
Yes.
And this guy's actually more reasonably priced than the other life size stuff.
Yeah.
At $3,950.
Usually their life size are right, like $8,000.
Yeah. But they're also like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, this one obviously is a ball.
3 feet tall. This guy's going to be available January through March of 2019. So, any of you Force Awakens, Last Jedi, BB-8 fans, if they did a life-size Chopper, that would be cool. And you don't even know who that is.
Next Chopper.
Get up to date on your Star Wars Rebels, bro. So yeah, this guy is available to order. Payment plans. Yeesh.
$592.50.
Let's see. If I put it on 6 payment plans, $592.50. So
at least he got some light up features and sound.
Yeah,
he's gonna go beep beep boop
control.
boop boop.
Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
But he doesn't roll around or move anything.
That's true.
So
For me, I'm kind of like curious about the base. That I'm guessing that is a Millennium Falconer piece or something. Maybe no. Because for me, just the way that when I first think of BB-8, I just think of Rey and sand. I think would have been kind of, I don't know. Because I'm thinking again, the legendary scale for Boba Fett had that kind of like a platform, I guess.
It's got the Millennium Falcon in some of the background pictures, so that's probably what it is. I don't know exactly what the floor of the Millennium Falcon. I'm not. I don't know. Looking at it, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that familiar with the floor, so. Now, Kwong, we are now going to get into some X-Men stuff, pre-order from the X-Men line.
Yes,
yeah,
something that I'm curious to see actually if you got this piece that we're about to talk about.
So this is the Emma Frost premium format figure. She is priced at $575. And as of now, there's no edition size. TBD on this one. So this is part of Sideshow's new X-Men line. This is the exclusive, which has a classic portrait. So she is going to be arriving April to June of 2019.
Nice.
So, okay, no, I'm not a huge fan of this character.
Neither am I.
But I want the whole line.
Dude,
of
she
X-Men.
is looking fine. Like, fine.
She's looking fine. The only thing that I don't really like about it is the cape. But I can reposition the cape to my liking.
Because from what I'm aware of, isn't there 2 versions? There's one going to be where, kind of like the Prime one thing, where like one is fabric and then one is actually sculpted. From what I'm aware of, I know there's the fabric one that we're seeing right here, but if I recall correctly, there's another one too. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong.
I think you're totally wrong. Okay. Sideshow has never done that before.
All right, I'm tripping. That would be cool though. Because I remember people who have Emma Frost from previous Sideshow pieces, they like their piece like fell off or something like that. Because it was like they were just had a tie and it looked like really ugly.
I don't know, but anyway, Sideshow has said that the bases for these do tie into each other. So you're going to have some characters. There's like a battle going on at the mansion. Some of these characters are going to be fighting outside of the mansion, like Wolverine and Magneto. That's why they have the Sentinel.
Yeah. And
others are going to be fighting inside the mansion, like Mystique and this
nice fine lady
Emma Frost. Yes. So the base is going to be different, but still a part of that whole story. Like that's what we're seeing right?
Yeah.
Does that look good?
That looks phenomenal.
And does that look good?
Ooh, that's the money shot right there.
Yeah. And is that Dark Phoenix that I didn't get part of this line?
I guess so. That's kind of weird.
That is a little weird. I passed on her. Am I going to need to go back and pick her up? Kato?
Oh, well, I think she recently just got redone, didn't she? I swear she just got
I know
redone.
what you're talking about again. So this is the aspect I don't necessarily like.
Yeah.
Is this classic portrait with the blue lips and stuff.
Yep.
I'm not really digging that, so...
I agree. I totally not digging it as well. Again, she is fine. But I feel like the portrait, this is like one of the most different portrait I've ever seen. Like, for example, the other portrait, she looks great and it fits the statue. But this one, it changes the statue, I feel. Like, when I look at it, it changes the statue completely. I feel like it's just more menacing. Like, she's like ready to kick some, A double S.
Yeah, the regular portrait looks like someone I wouldn't mind taking out on a date.
Yeah.
And the classic portrait looks like
she's about to kill you.
Like I just,
like you just broke
said
up
something
with her.
wrong to her.
Yeah.
She caught me cheating or something, right?
Yeah.
She's pissed.
Yep.
Even though she looks a little bit angry and menacing in that photo, she's like, ooh, she's kind of pretty.
Yep.
And then that classic portrait is like, oh.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it just changes the statue
completely. I ain't going for that.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy in my life. But she
great.
Definitely looks good.
Yeah.
So yes, I did absolutely put this on my pre-order list.
I'm happy you did.
I wanted to get the whole line, and now I'm wondering, do I need Dark Phoenix? Do I need to pick up a Dark Phoenix?
I don't think it's no rush. I don't think she's sold out. Is she?
Well, I think I got an email the other day that said she was
low edition.
Sideshow highlighting her for my X, because I've been ordering X-Men, so probably highlighting that she's still available. So I have to look at her base, see what it looks like, if she fits in. She definitely looked good in that big picture, and that's kind of what I'm going for with the X-Men collection. So, all right, Kato, before we get into some of the previews that Sideshow showed off, we are going to go to another video. This is the Sideshow J. Scott Campbell Fairy Tale Fantasies.
Yeah, is this the Alice in Wonderland?
She'll be in there, yeah. So let's check it out.
What if we took the pinup calendars of like the 1960s, but what if we were to sort of do it with a fantasy twist? I think I've always had a love of fantasy. I wanted to be an animator for a long time for Disney, so I've always had a love of the representation of the classic fairy tale characters. These classic stories from, hundreds of years ago are being represented visually. Over the years, I liked studying all the different interpretations, not just the Disney ones, but the ones that other companies and movie studios would do throughout the years, and sort of getting the sense of what, which characters are sort of open for interpretation. Telling a story in one single image, rather than the panel-to-panel way I'd been doing in comic books, the idea that like you have a standalone image and that image is telling a story in very much like a storybook way. And the idea of a calendar just sort of seemed like a great way to showcase that. Some of these characters, there's just so many sequences in the classic literature where you can kind of play it out. So it's fun to sort of like explore that, but again, in that sort of pin-up-y, playful, girl next door sort of way, I think it's been really great. This particular statue with the Little Mermaid, still the most, I think, fan favorite image so far. It was one of the very earliest ones, and when I was approached over the years by various companies that were interested in doing 3D, that was the first one that was always discussed. So when I finally decided that Sideshow was the right fit to move forward with something like that, I think it was just understood without even anybody saying anything that was going to be the first one and it was going to be that particular pose. I cannot be any happier with the final result. I mean, I think it's one of the all-time closest three-dimensional representations of my art I've ever seen, and I've done quite a few over the years. The character itself, the tail, the jewelry, the shimmer of the tail, the paint job, there's a translucence to the fin itself, and it's a simpler piece by comparison when you walk through the halls at Sideshow, but I think there's an elegance to it that I really am proud of. Following up the Little Mermaid is Tinkerbell. And that's really exciting because there's certain elements that I feel are emerging in each one of the characters. And one of the things that I really love, there's translucent elements with each statue. With Tinkerbell, we have translucent wings that are going to be really great when the final effect is done in paint and resin. The one following up that is Alice in Wonderland. And the Alice image that's in the works that's coming out is a fan favorite of her sitting on the mushroom, where she's now torn off each side of the mushroom, like the one that makes her big and the one that makes her small. And it's probably the most elaborate of the three so far, because you've got Alice sitting on the mushroom. She's got the sort of the poofy dress. They really do represent my style and the recognizability that I'm sure the fans expect, and the uniqueness, hopefully, that I bring to Sideshow that hopefully makes this line unique and special. The exuberance of everybody involved and everybody's unique talents, it's just something to behold. I'm so proud and so excited to be doing my creations with Sideshow. For me, it's like the absolute best I could hope for. It's great when you're able to do like an iconic character that everybody knows. I love the variety of it. As an artist, I think variety has always been what inspires me. The artistry within the company, I mean, I just can't say enough amazing things about it. I'm just so thrilled with each statue. And I cannot wait for the fans to literally have it in their hands, and just, it's a whole different experience, and I think people are going to really be blown out by this.
Wow, Kato, that video was a little bit longer than I thought.
I never seen it, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I just threw it in there. Say, hey, check out some J. Scott Campbell. I really like J. Scott Campbell as an artist.
Yeah, his artwork I think is great.
He's done some good work for Marvel, especially Spider-Man, right?
Which I
very
thought you gave me.
well-known Spider-Man artist. And then while this isn't a line that I would collect, I could definitely see me getting this for my wife.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of my wife has a little bit of a Disney theme going on in our front room, and I think in the loft as well. And while these are not Disney licensed characters, Little Mermaid, Tinkerbell, Alice in Wonderland, they are characters that Disney has taken and made their own. So they would fit in with that sort of decor that we have going. So that would be interesting. I also really liked he had done some he done a lot of Star Wars art for Disney that was for sale a couple years ago in their gallery that they have out there at downtown Disney and Disneyland. I really liked how he did Luke Skywalker and Vader, and always regretted not picking up some of those some of that art at the time. But I've always loved his style. Yeah. And he's done that. He's done that Spider-Man line for Sideshow, which you still have that Spider-Man. Yeah. So J. Scott Campbell's been partnering with Sideshow for a few years now. So I really
done great too.
Yeah, I really do dig his art style. So Kato, now I wanted to just highlight some previews from Sideshow. So we're actually going to head on over to the Sideshow website, where they have their online Comic-Con going from July 1st to the 22nd. Yep. They actually have a lot of good
previews,
but a lot of contests and stuff. So head on over here to enter. But we're going to head on over to the What's New section, and we're specifically going to go to the Coming Soon section to see what Sideshow has going. They have some previews up that we wanted to handle. So first up, we'll just take a look real quick here at that Rogue maquette
that you'll be getting.
That I'll be getting, but they're calling it a maquette, Kato, for a reason.
But Juggernaut was going to be a maquette too. So
I'm just trying to look at that screen. Is that mixed media on?
No.
Her jacket?
No. I'm calling no. Looks too sculpted to me.
We'll see.
It's gonna be way too hard to put on her. Unless you pop out her hands, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. So she's going to go along with that X-Men line. Definitely going to put her on the list, but she is going to hurt the wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Why she's showing up as a maquette, right? But, not necessarily because you know, they don't really have a set reason for calling something a maquette versus a premium format, right?
I personally just think the base is busy. That's why.
Okay, but think of Wolverine.
Is he a maquette too?
No, he's a premium format figure.
So
Whereas Magneto is a maquette. Why one versus the other?
Because
Magneto is more expensive.
That is true.
But what was Deadpool?
Yeah, his base was busy too. Yeah.
But he was a premium format figure.
Oh. I don't know.
So, I mean, they've tried to explain it a few times. Kind of, I guess they go by, like, what feels right. Does this feel like a maquette or a premium format figure based on the base? So I think we can expect the base to be very dynamic.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot to do with the maquette, which is probably why Magneto is more of a maquette versus Wolverine. It's probably why, let's see, Thanos is a maquette, right? It's probably, when you think about $700 Deadpool statue was the first kind of really expensive. You think about the base isn't too busy. The statue's a little busy, but I wouldn't necessarily think that is a maquette either, right?
Because I was thinking of kind of having a hypothesis of saying that all the maquettes are supposed to go together and then all the premium formats are supposed to fight each other. But then, or like vice versa. No,
I don't see that. But one thing I do love about a feature that Sideshow added to their website is this RSVP list right here. So you can put in your, if I was signed in, I just say sign me up for the RSVP list.
Yeah.
And then when Rogue comes out for pre-order, email, text message to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right
impressive.
when she comes out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that feature because sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
Right.
You do. And especially for those who want like low edition size too.
Right. Right. So. Okay. So heading back to the coming soon. We have a couple more previews. You get to see some. They listed a lot of figures. We do get to see
Stanley Lau or Art Germs
Supergirl. This one is actually a premium format figure, right?
Yeah.
So you know this. So this is going to be quarter scale then, right? Whereas his Batman Gotham pieces were 5th scale, weren't they?
Yeah. I think. Wait, which ones?
Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah. They were 1/5.
So
yeah.
This is a this one's actually says premium format figure, so we get to see a little bit of her here. I'm not interested in a Supergirl statue for me. And then one more preview that they have is the Alice in Wonderland, which we just watched a whole video on, so we won't really discuss her in too much more detail.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it this week from Sideshow Collectibles. A lot of good stuff. One statue I personally put on pre-order. So if you want to order any of those statues, you want to take part in their contests, you want to sign up for RSVP lists, we'll post a link in the description of the video for the Sideshow website. If you do order anything through our links, Sideshow is going to throw a couple of bucks our way, so just be aware that that's what takes place when you click on our links. It'll help support the channel, support the show, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that X-Men line.
Yeah, the X-Men line is super excited for that.
So we talked a little bit about what we're going to see at San Diego Comic-Con. Have we talked about that yet?
Not really.
No, so we should see...
Because you said
they're going to have female characters.
Right? Yeah.
So we should see Emma Frost will be there, Mystique will be there, Rogue should be there, X-23 should be there.
Yep.
What was the other one? Psylocke.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I remember you said.
Psylocke should be there as well. And I'm hoping Cable's going to be there as well. I don't think Juggernaut's going to be there, but I'm hoping Cable is going to be there as well.
I would be surprised if Cable is there, to be honest.
I would be surprised if Cable is not there, to be honest, because he's one of the first that they previewed, right? Yeah. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So, Kato, last but not least,
XM Studios.
XM Studios.
Yes.
They got a Starscream statue.
Yes. This is not worldwide, is it?
No, unfortunately not. Up for pre-order. This license is actually for Southeast Asia, East Asia, and Australia and New Zealand.
Yes. If you live in any of those parts of the world, this piece is just, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, so priced at 2,099 Singapore dollars. You get a discount if you pay in full. You get a 10% discount for paying in full early. If you're a Prestige member, then you get an additional discount for pre-ordering this Starscream statue. So kind of a modern / classic take without... It's a modern take without being from the movies.
Yes, exactly.
Fair to say?
Yes, I agree. I like that.
Looks really crazy good and awesome.
All hail Starscream. Man.
All hail Starscream. So XM Studios is doing a thing where they're not doing an edition size, they're just saying made to order. So they'll announce edition size based on how many people order this guy, right?
There's going to be a lot of people who order this guy.
Yeah,
this guy, I think, is literally like the top 5 best Transformer statue I've ever seen, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Better than Starscream on Throne?
I said top 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're honestly different takes on the character.
They are, yeah.
One is classic to that Transformers movie. This one is modern.
Yes.
So depending on what you like, you like both, buy both. Depending on what you like, you can get what you like.
Yes.
That's what's great about having a lot of options, right? So this looks fantastic.
Looks great.
And their Optimus was great. Was awesome too. So, Kato, that is it this week for the previews and pre-orders. Now let's get up to date a little bit on our collections. Yeah. You have nothing new going?
Nothing at all. Nothing. Again, we still got to shoot Kotobukiya stuff, but we'll do that. We don't even know when. We don't have an ETA as of right now. But
well, the reason why we are kind of still delaying a little bit on our videos because we are still working on our house and getting the floors laid down. The second story loft area is just about finished, and then we can sort of get on a normal schedule, normal shooting mode, and I can kind of
some of the stuff out.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I will get to move a couple of cabinets into our loft upstairs, and which will enable me to put some more room here, and then maybe I can find a home for Guts.
Yeah, he's kind of a lonely guy right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like, I got to figure out what to do with him before I can really do anything else at all. And honestly, I think I'm going to need Kato's help moving him too. Yeah. He's that heavy. He's
huge.
Like, I can pick him up and move him myself, but I don't think without breaking him, because I want to put him low. I want to put him on a bottom floor of a shelf.
Yeah, for you won't collapse.
So I don't think I can do that by myself. I mean, obviously I can take him apart, put him back together. Work. Yeah, that's more work.
Yeah.
So I haven't really. I think I know where he's going to go, but I have to move something else, and I'm kind of waiting on that until I can move some stuff out. Getting very, very close to that. Our loft is almost done.
Does that mean we have to go to an IKEA run soon then too?
I don't know yet, Kato. Look, you're getting ahead of yourself. But yes, definitely. We'll have to go to an IKEA run. So I think Wolverine should be coming soon.
Oh yeah, some people have been getting him already.
Some people have been getting him early copies early. Just waiting for mine to... I haven't even got a shipping soon notice, so I haven't even got a 2-week or 10-day notice yet. So expecting him this month. I'm expecting some Hot Toys to come in. Like I said, I'm on a Star Wars kick, so I went and ordered a bunch of Hot Toys again. We talked about it last episode, but I ordered too many. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore, but
you gave in.
I'm all about hype, and I give into whatever hype, whatever thing I'm into right now. I just couldn't do it. So, yeah, basically collections in a little bit of a holding pattern, but I'll be able to expand it soon into the loft.
Yes.
Decided exactly how I'm going to do that, but definitely got to free up some more room down here, which means I can expand without having to sell stuff, which is great. But I do still need to kind of just focus the collection a little
down
bit more.
A little bit, yeah.
So I'm going for that Sideshow X-Men line. Might get Femto to go with Guts.
Yeah, if it pops up on Sideshow. Still got Unbox
Ken, Pop Culture Shock. I don't know if I'm going to continue with Street Fighter statues. Do I still have Ultimate Akuma on order? And then other Marvel stuff from Sideshow. And any Gotham stuff. So hopefully we'll see Mr. Freeze at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's going to be a must-have for me. Anything Batman in that Batman line without getting duplicates of characters, I think. Right? They've been releasing new Harley, Joker, Poison Ivy. I already have them. I'm happy with them. So I don't need duplicates of those. And then waiting for HMO's Warhammer line.
Not bad.
And that's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to make some room for that.
Yeah, but we got plenty of time. Nothing should be coming in soon besides a Wolverine.
I don't think HMO is going to be on order anytime soon. Plenty of time, which is good. Room in my collection, room in my budget.
Yes.
So now Kato. It's time for Kato's Corner.
Yes.
So Kato's Corner is where Kato just shares your thoughts and opinions, questions, whatever you have going from last week's episode. So Kato, take it away.
Let's see. We got our boy Squizzy, who always watches literally all of our videos. He said, "Great show, guys. So I got my pre-order on PCS Raphael. Of course, now I wish I had waited for Sideshow to put it up, but I didn't know they were going to offer it, especially the exclusive. But regards, I secured mine, so I'll definitely be adding to my Girl Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection. I really can't wait to see which one is next up for pre-order in the PCS TMNT line. Super excited for SDCC. Also, can't wait to see what all gets revealed."
Yeah, so Squizzy mentioned something interesting about Pop Culture Shock. How they're... Because before they moved, because they moved from California to, I think, North Carolina, they started sort of liquidating some of their inventory on the Sideshow website. It was cool. I thought that was just a one-time deal. But now their exclusives have been showing up on Sideshow website.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
The Slain exclusive is on Sideshow website, and now the Raphael is on the Sideshow website, which means you get that excellent Sideshow customer service. Hopefully, you can take some of the heat off of the PCS customer service team, which is struggling a little bit.
Yes.
You can earn and use your Sideshow reward points, which is just
even I have some. To
awesome.
Be honest. I have like $42 worth
payment plan. So that's kind of like why I want Prime One to be back on the Sideshow website, is because hands down, the big boys on the block. Their website is better. Their customer service is better. Payment plans, reward points, all that stuff just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
For me, I'm all about easy.
Yep. Simple. Right? Just makes it simple.
Simple, easy, good customer service, and that's what you're going to get.
Yes.
Plus your points, your rewards, all that good stuff. So
next, we want to do that one? That wasn't from last episode, though.
So, Kato, yes.
No, it's not.
I don't care. Just read it.
Okay, anyways. Spanking Fantasies says, "The Guts statue looks sick. Guess I'll have to save up again." So, yeah, honestly, Guts did look great. Again, I felt, I mentioned it before, just kind of putting him together was a little bit hard because there was no magnets. But
now that he's together, it really doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah, that's true.
It does matter because eventually people move.
Yeah.
People sell stuff. People die.
I'm kind of curious how the pucks, too, how they're supposed to be displayed. Because there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Well, you choose whichever one you want.
Oh, okay.
And there are, like, this puck, this little puck right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This little puck. There's a little rock that came with it. You take that puck off, you put a little rock there instead.
Oh, really?
To cover up the hole. The
I didn't
only
know that.
puck that I don't like is the one that's supposed to go all the way in the back. Because it's supposed to sit right back here. And the holes weren't drilled very deep.
Mm-hmm.
So just like the wind blew and popped off and broke the ear off.
Ouch.
They were able to fix it with the super glue, and because of the material that they used, you can't even tell. But still, that puck won't ever go on there because you know she just doesn't fit there.
Let's see. This next question is going to be for you, Joe. What kind of shelving / display setup do you use to put these on and that can support the weight safely? Also, I just found your channel recently and loved the content. Thank you very much.
This is from Epion V
Swing Zero. Sorry, I did not say the name in the beginning. I was so excited to get a question for you.
Some collectors, if you're not having custom shelves built,
which is super expensive,
I don't know if it's super expensive, Kato, because you just hire a carpenter, make some shelves. I don't think it's terribly expensive, but if you don't have the money to do that, most people go to IKEA. IKEA is the place where a lot of collectors buy their shelves from. They buy 3 major types of shelves. You have the Detolf, which is the glass shelf.
Yeah, which I have.
Be very careful with.
Yes.
You have the Bestas, which have the glass doors.
Right? No, over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have the Pax, which is behind me.
Yeah.
Bestas, I like the best, no pun intended, because you can get glass doors for them. They're almost perfectly sized for most statues. There are some bigger stuff that can't fit in there. But if you don't put doors on it, then you can fit some of the taller stuff in there as well. They look good with lights. They're easy to put together. The Pax, which is behind me, is a wardrobe frame. And they're made for wardrobes. They're made for clothes. They're made to hold lightweight items. So do your research on the Pax. There's some good videos. I shared one a couple. He's the last episode before. Cartel from Hell went through his packs and how to reinforce those. Mm-hmm. You have to reinforce the shelves to prevent bowing.
Yeah.
So prevent the shelf from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I reinforced my shelves,
they still a little bit.
Still a little bit because I didn't reinforce quite as well as Cartel from Hell did. Mm-hmm. And that's been on my list for a while now to fix the shelving. You can kind of see a little bit of a bow under Thanos there. You know, I'm not worried about the shelf breaking or coming down because I have reinforced it with brackets. But still doesn't look great. It looks like a cheap kind of shelf. So
let's see. Next up, look at this. Lance Hudson Bueller said, new XM23 has been confirmed as well as Psylocke and Rogue. I told you last episode that was going to be an Easter egg and that it was going to be awesome if they did that, and they did it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think that was already public information. We just had our heads up.
I didn't know, but that's still cool.
About it.
Still awesome.
Yeah,
still awesome.
Still awesome.
Yes. And then Luis Ojeda? Luis Ojeda. DC-16 Joker is $599 SGD, which converts to $440 from here in the United States, from what I was told from my XM guy. That's actually a little expensive, right? No, that's kind of how what it would be on Sideshow, right? For a 1/6 scale.
A year ago, it was expensive for a 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of being the norm, I want to say, right?
Yeah, it's calling kind of being the norm.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kato, I think that's it for this week's Kato's Corner.
You want to get Gabriel Ross? He says, definitely getting that Green Arrow piece. That was the highlight for me for last episode. That Green Arrow piece was the best piece I felt like through that last episode that we had. I was super excited to see it.
Okay, Kato. Well, let's talk about what you think your favorite piece is from this episode.
Oh, that's easily going to be the XM Studios Starscream.
That's your favorite piece?
Yeah, dude.
That's your piece?
That-
That's your pick of the episode?
Like, it's so good that I'm not even a huge fan of Transformer, nor am I a huge fan of Starscream, but if I literally had the money, I'd buy him. I'd literally buy him. I think he's really that good, to be honest.
Starting a new job soon.
Yeah, it's true. But no, I'm not going to get him, but
Okay.
still great piece, to be honest.
So my pick is Femto.
Femto.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Look at all those colors pop.
Mm-hmm. Very vibrant. Yeah, very,
the
very
vibrancy
vibrant.
of the red on the outside, contrasting with the purple, kind of broken up by the interior of the Beherit.
Yeah, because what was interesting about Guts is kind of like he had different layers to him, so the paint was a little bit different. But this one is kind of like it fits together like a story, which I think was really impressive.
So let Kato and I know what you thought of what your pick of the episode is. Share your thoughts, opinions, questions, etc. And we'll be sure to share some of them on the next episode of Statue Talk.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Again, let Kwong and I know what you thought of this week's episode and all the topics that we covered in the comments section below. Now, if you're a addict like me or a beginner collector like Kato, and you can't wait a whole 2 weeks for the latest previews and pre-orders, check out our website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook and Instagram. We try to share the latest previews, pre-orders, picks to those 2 spots. Sometimes we're a little late.
Yeah, a little
but
bit sometimes.
We created that so we could share the previews and pre-orders, just kind of a one-stop shop, because I know my feed gets jumbled with all kinds of crazy stuff. Shark Week is coming up. People are flooding my feed with Sharknado pictures. And all kinds of... you don't know about Shark Week?
No, I'm just filled with a bunch of Danny posts. Just literally every single day, I would always see a Danny post. Shout out to him. Danny.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button. Hit that bell if you want to be reminded every time we release a video, which you won't be overwhelmed with. So just hit that bell. Okay, just hit that bell. We have a couple videos in the pipe. It's a full review of Guts,
Yes.
the unboxing of Pop Culture Shock Ken, and then once we start to get some sideshows, Marvel pieces, Wolverine, Magneto, Captain America, and Batwoman we'll have as well.
Yeah.
You'll get notified when we do those unboxings. So make sure you subscribe. Keep up to date on all of our latest videos. Remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik.
Wong Tran.
Thanks for watching.